Live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News at noon starts now.
It's Friday. It's the weekend time. Sunny but staying cool. I've got some better news as we head into that weekend.
And here's some news. We are just 4 days away from the election. The candidates here in Michigan trying to get last-minute votes, while the White House is now on alert for a possible attack on Election Day. But we begin with tragic breaking news out of Macomb, where a trip to class turns into tragedy. A 14-year-old student is hit and killed while walking to school, and the driver, a fellow student. And that does top our news this noon. This unfortunate story, it's just horrible. 2 girls who are juniors at Dakota High School were riding together to school this morning in this black Jeep that you see here involved in the crash when they hit a sophomore as she was crossing the street on her way to school. We do want to get out to Local 4's Lauren Podell this morning, who's live. And Lauren, we can only imagine what these girls' families are going through, let alone the students at school.
You know, Sheriff Wickersham here in Macomb County, Rhonda, really said it best. He said, look, Dakota High School, such a large school, but really a tight-knit community. And we've seen throughout the morning and now into the afternoon, so many of Victoria Cartwright's friends come here to the scene and watch this investigation unfold where this area, in the area where this young girl was walking. We are getting our first look at Victoria, some of her friends passing along a picture, but so many mourning this girl's loss. While this is all under investigation. Take a look. With shoes lying in the middle of the road, damage to the hood of this Jeep Wrangler, tragedy has struck this Macomb Township community after 14-year-old Victoria Cartwright was hit and killed while crossing Heidenreich Road early Friday morning. Macomb County Sheriff Anthony Wickersham.
It appears that the victim was in the roadway. Why she was in the roadway is still to be determined, whether she was crossing or walking or not aware of the surroundings.
The sophomore student simply walking to nearby Dakota High School when she was hit. Early parts of the investigation show this Jeep Wrangler, driven by a 16-year-old Macomb Township girl, was heading southbound when she hit Cartwright. The driver also had a 16-year-old passenger with her, both of them on their way to Dakota too. Neighbor Joyce Gatian woke to the sounds of emergency crews.
I heard a bunch of ambulance coming and going, so you know, I hear that a lot, you know, being on Heinrich here, so I didn't really pay any attention. And then I happened to look out the window and I seen a bunch of people out here, and then of course I heard the helicopter above.
Joyce lives at the corner of Vine and Heidenreich where the accident happened, a dark, busy area, and this could have happened to anyone at that time.
It's dark and it's very, very busy. You know, like I'm probably a half a mile from the school here, and sometimes I can't even get out of the road here.
And sheriff deputies who have been out here investigating this scene for hours now, really since 8 this morning, they second that, Rhonda. They also say this is a dark area. There are several schools, junior high, elementary, Dakota High School. So many students getting picked up by the bus, walking to school, being dropped off by parents. And you can see right now as you take a live look, it does appear sheriff deputies are starting to wrap up the investigation here on the scene. And we should point out Dakota High School, they did release a statement. They sent a letter home to all students, all parents and faculty, saying that social workers, counselors and psychologists will be at Dakota High School as early as today to help get these students through their grief. Reporting live from Macomb Township, Lauren Podell, back to you.
So heartbreaking, Lauren. Just looking at the scene there, it doesn't look like there's any crosswalks or anything. I don't even know if it's too soon to talk about this, but are the sheriff's department, are they talking about who may have been at fault in this accident?
Well, that's really the key focus of this accident reconstruction and the investigation that they're going through right now that looks like they're wrapping up. But Sheriff Wickersham wanted to say, look, they're not pointing blame at anyone quite yet, but they did confiscate that Jeep. They're going to be holding that as evidence and looking through every inch of that. They also took both of the 16-year-old girls' cell phones who were in the Jeep to investigate whether or not they may have been on their phone at the time of the accident. So a lot still has to be looked into, but we'll certainly bring it to you as soon as that investigation comes to an end. Back to you.
All right, Lauren. Certainly our hearts and prayers go out to the family and the school family as well. Thank you. We do want to get to other breaking news for you this afternoon, and that is 2 U.S. soldiers killed and another injured in an air base in South Jordan. Military officials are saying gunfire erupted as a car carrying the soldiers was entering the base near the town of Man. 2 American trainers were killed and a third wounded. We're told that a Jordanian officer was also wounded. The U.S. Embassy says that they are aware of the attack and are working with Jordanian police. Jordan is a key member in the U.S. fight against ISIS, as the terror group controls many areas in neighboring Iraq as well as Syria. Over in Pontiac, a 52-year-old woman is in critical condition after being beaten with a baseball bat. This happened in the parking lot of a shopping center on Telegraph Road. Now, the 52-year-old woman and 44-year-old woman were both involved in a road rage incident when they pulled into that shopping center. And that is where the 44-year-old pulled out a bat and started beating the 52-year-old woman before running her over. The 52-year-old is now in critical condition while the 44-year-old was arrested. No word yet on any charges. The 27-year-old man accused of the murder of Chelsea Bruck is now facing 2 charges for crimes that he allegedly committed earlier this year. Daniel Clay has already been charged with second-degree murder, but he is now facing new charges of home invasion and first-degree criminal sexual conduct. Prosecutors say that charges stem from an incident that allegedly took place on June 9th in Monroe. Clay is expected back in court this afternoon for a preliminary exam. And turning our attention to Decision 2016, a decision that's going to be made in just a few days from now. Both the Republicans and the Democrats have a strong presence all across the state of Michigan today. Mike Pence is holding a rally in Lansing, while Donald Trump's son Eric is expected to make 5 campaign stops today, Saginaw starting and ending here in Detroit. But just around that same time, Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton will be here in Detroit. She's holding her last rally at Eastern Market this evening at 5 p.m. And this is all as voters are voicing major concerns over the security of their ballots. As Americans focus on the razor-tight presidential race between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, U.S. officials are telling NBC News the government has its eyes on potential threats to Election Day security. According to multiple U.S. intelligence sources, the White House and the Department of Homeland Security have launched an unprecedented effort to protect the country against cyber attacks aimed at sowing confusion as Americans head to the polls. Current and former officials say an attack on critical infrastructure, including the U.S. power grid, is one of the 3 worst-case scenarios on the list of concerns. One highly placed intelligence source tells NBC News, quote, "Your vote is safe, you just might not have lights." Also on the list, a large-scale denial of service. In other words, part of the internet goes down. Or a cyber attack aimed at disabling communications and transportation in swing states. But intelligence sources and a senior Obama national security official tells NBC News they believe a more likely scenario would involve hackers from Russia or elsewhere using social media for an 11th-hour document dump or false information implicating one of the candidates with no time for fact-checking. And while multiple intelligence officials say they have no specific warning about an Election Day attack, they consider last month's massive and sophisticated internet disruption a possible dry run or inspiration for another attack. And Local 4 will continue our election coverage throughout next week. I'm going to be traveling to NBC's election headquarters there in New York. You can watch for my live report starting on Monday and all the way through Election Day right here on Local 4. Well, let's get to Brandon and talk about the weather.
You need a weather forecaster in New York?
I do. Actually, I would love for you to keep it dry and warm for me.
All right, I'll talk to the bosses. See if I can go to New York. That's an awesome assignment and the perfect person for it for you. How's your Friday going? It's going pretty well weather-wise. We're in this cooler pool of air. We've got 40s in most of our north zone. You see up in Lapeer 45. It's 43 cool in Emmett right now. However, Mount Clemens at 52. We've got 52 in Saginaw, 50 at City Airport, and our official number at Metro is 51. 51 over in Dundee. Toledo's at 51. Temperatures as we go through the rest of the day with some cloud cover thanks to this north breeze, lake effect clouds over the big lakes dragging across the area. Looking at a 56, 57 degree high temperature. Average is 55, so we're right there. We're going above average for the weekend. For how long? I've got you covered in a few minutes, Rhonda.
All right, thank you very much, Brandon. Coming up on Local 4 News at noon, a missing woman found chained up like an animal on a rural piece of property. What police are now searching for that could lead to more charges for the man in custody. Plus, the lights go out at a popular Las Vegas casino. What caused the blackout that prompted a mass evacuation and nearly a dozen rescues. And a major ballot mix-up. Close to 100 ballots mailed to the wrong address. We're talking about absentee ballots, what local leaders are doing to make sure that these votes get in by Election Day. Welcome back, everybody. Testimony is underway in South Carolina in the trial for the former police officer accused of shooting an unarmed black man during a traffic stop. 34-year-old Michael Slager is charged in the April 2015 shooting death of 50-year-old Walter Scott. Slager shot Scott 8 times after he fled a traffic stop. The shooting was captured by a bystander on cell phone video. Slager's attorney maintains that the shooting was in self-defense. If convicted, the former officer faces up to life in prison. Staying in South Carolina, a previously missing 30-year-old woman is recovering now after she was found chained up like a dog with in a metal container. Police found Kayla Brown on a property about 80 miles northwest of the state capital of Columbia. The owner of the property, a registered sex offender, has been taken into custody and charged with kidnapping. Now investigators are searching for as many as 4 other bodies that may be on that property. And over in Las Vegas, thousands of people forced to evacuate after a power outage at the Paris Las Vegas Hotel Casino. Officials say that the power went out just before 10 a.m. when a contractor working in the basement accidentally cut the main power line. The damage so severe that it even prevented the backup generators from turning on. No one was hurt, but firefighters had to rescue about 11 people who were trapped in elevators. No word on when the power will be restored, but certainly an inconvenience for a lot of vacationers there. Over in California, an investigation is underway after more than 80 ballots mysteriously appeared outside the apartment of an 89-year-old woman. The ballots were found yesterday by the woman's neighbor, all with different names, but all addressed to the same single-unit apartment. The LA County Registrar says that a glitch in the system caused the mix-up. Those ballots have been voided and affected voters are being contacted. Well, still to come here on your Friday at noon, tense moments during a traffic stop on a busy freeway. What this officer did when the driver jumped out of his car to confront him. We'll have more on that, but let's get to Brandon. It's looking pretty nice out.
You know, it is cool, calm, and collective. Something like that. 51 here, but take a look to our north. 30s and 40s, while we're also tracking 60s. Who's going to win the battle? Well, you see it right here. It's a weekend warm-up for you next.
The number of homeless veterans living on the streets is startling. A lot of people talk about it, but who's doing anything about it?
I get thanked a lot. I've been thanked at the gas station just purchasing a soda. Thank you for serving our country. But what I really need you to do is give me an opportunity.
Next Friday, Veterans Day, a project will launch that could help solve homelessness for veterans in Detroit. It's not a charity, there's no handout. It's pure business.
Veterans are actually the main co-owners of the company and are the main workers of the company.
The idea was simple. A group of strong, tough, talented people to do what America does best, make something.
We wanted to create something in Detroit that symbolized the kind of ruggedness and resiliency of the men and women we worked with.
This product launch really will change lives. Tonight at 11.
Honesty.
John. Welcome back. In Oklahoma, a woman suffering a serious heart attack was saved thanks to quick response by a police officer. So Jeff Liddy was speeding down the freeway when an officer pulled him over. Well, that's when Liddy jumped out of that car and told Officer Jordan Jones that his wife wasn't breathing in that vehicle. Officer Jones immediately called for backup and started administering, there you saw it, CPR right there on the street. Miraculously, the woman started breathing again and is expected to make a full recovery. Boy, what tense moments there. And it just shows you day after day all the different things that a police officer can encounter and how they're prepared. And is that your friend, the spider, Webster? Oh.
Kidding. I know how to ruin a great story. You're right. All of the things that God puts in place for us, or the destiny, the fate of where people are, and the officers' training and all of that stuff all came into play there. It was really kind of cool. And Webster had to get involved. 51 degrees at Metro Airport. Howell's at 48, 46 degrees in Port Huron. All four of our zones battling between the upper 40s and low 50s. Monroe in our south zone, winter, 53. Getting into around 56, 57 degrees this afternoon. These northwest winds 5 to 10, not real strong, but when we're in the 50s, it feels cooler out there, comfortably cool, and it brings a couple of lake-enhanced clouds from the big lakes our way. So it will be cooler in the north zone today, and parts of the west zone also a little bit cooler, but 41 degrees overnight and 30s out in many burbs, and that's really the temperature that we're watching for early on Saturday morning. Sunset tonight at 6:23. Again, daylight saving time ends this Sunday. So before you go to bed Saturday night, you set the clocks back. And this means also you get an extra hour of sleep, but our sun will start setting during the 5 o'clock hour. But it will be coming up around 7 a.m. instead of those 8:08 type sunrises just later and later. So, yeah, tonight back down into the 40s for your high school football playoff games. Jackets, sweatshirt kind of stuff. Widen out the view. Not a whole lot going on here. In fact, we are tracking a dry weekend, 7-day forecast, and maybe even beyond. But all things can change quickly, as you know it, here in Michigan in the fall. But computer model, it's just a copy and paste kind of a 7-day. Once we get through today, we had a cool front come through this morning, and that's why we're stuck in the 50s today, anticipating warmer air slowly coming in, but sticking around. Low 60s if you're heading to the Michigan game tomorrow afternoon. Michigan State's down in Illinois, but it looks good in Ann Arbor. On Sunday, 62 again. Election day, we have a cold front coming. It's a real weak one, and it's dry, so again, not going to do a whole lot of activity around here, Rhonda. A dry 7-day. Not many of these days.
There certainly aren't. We can get out there and rake all the leaves. Okay, we do want to get to breaking news just into our newsroom from Detroit Seaside. Take a look. There is a home here completely engulfed in flames. This fire broke out apparently in a vacant structure there. It's on Cadillac and Gothey on the east side. No word on if there are any injuries, but firefighters are obviously there on the scene working to put that massive fire out. Well, there is more to come here on Local 4 News at noon, including today's show's Matt Lauer teaming up with a well-known Motor City brand and a whole concept that ultimately is going to help these Detroit students. We'll tell you all about it coming up.
Isn't it a special piece of paper and a pen?
Welcome back. That's today's show's Matt Lauer, and he has partnered up with Detroit-based retailer Shinola to create a collection of watch bands, notebooks, passport holders, and more. The proceeds of the collection will go towards scholarships for students at the Detroit Edison Public School Academy.
I'd love to kind of remind people about the joy of actually holding on to something that doesn't ring or beep or send you a tone.
We have options.
He says he's old-fashioned. He likes to write in journals. Lauer says that he believes in the city of Detroit, and he wanted to choose a company that believed in the same thing. So,
I'm trying to decide if I should have you get me one when you're in New York, because the Today Show
yeah, you can get them right here in Detroit and
I know,
online.
which should we do?
Maybe just go right here to Midtown. Have a good day and a good weekend, everybody.